Hello everyone, this is Sakshi. You're watching Inventiva and this is the crucial hour at 8. News from 8 to 8. First, let's talk about the national news. Ananya Panday has been summoned to the Anti-Drugs Agency for questioning. Ananya Panday's name was found in one of the accused's WhatsApp discussions in the drugs on cruise case in which Aryan Khan and 19 others were arrested earlier this month. Delhi police says to Supreme Court that they need 4 more months to probe into the case against Shivinder Singh. How much time should it take to complete the investigation? It cannot be an unending story, the bench had observed while asking the police to give a timeline for concluding the probe. Farmers have the right to protest, but they can't block roads indefinitely, says Supreme Court. The top court asked the farmer unions, who have been arrayed as parties in the case, to respond within 3 weeks on the issue and posted the matter for hearing on December 7. Uttarakhand flash floods and landslides lead to death. Toll mounts to 54, 5 missing. Damage to properties has also been recorded in Uttarakhand following insistent rains. As many as 46 houses have either been damaged partially or completely, as per the report. PM Modi Amit Shah hailed 1 billion COVID-19 vaccination milestone. More than 9 months since India launched one of the largest COVID-19 vaccination drives in the world, the country on Thursday crossed the milestone of administering over 100 crore doses. Significantly, almost 15 out of every 100 doses that have been administered globally have been from India. India sees over 18,000 new COVID-19 cases and 160 deaths. The number of active cases has increased to 178,831, comprising 0.52% of the total infections, the lowest since March 2020, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate was recorded at 98.15%, the highest since March 2020, the Health Ministry said. Shah Rukh Khan meets son Aryan Khan in Mumbai jail. Bollywood superstar Shah Rukh Khan on Thursday met his son Aryan Khan at the Arthur Road jail in Mumbai, where the latter has been lodged following the arrest in a case of seizure of drugs on board a cruise ship off the city coast, an official said. UP government seems to be dragging its feet on recording statements of Lakhimpur witnesses, said Supreme Court. The top court had at the last hearing expressed its unhappiness with the state police for failing to arrest the key accused in the case so far and had directed the State Director General of Police to ensure that the evidence and witnesses were protected. Moving on to the international news, UN sets up a special trust fund for people's economy in Afghanistan. Discussions over the last few weeks have focused on how do we find a way to be able to mobilize these resources given the economic implosion that is now unfolding and the international community's repeated commitment not to abandon the people of Afghanistan, Ashim Steiner told a news briefing. Pfizer vaccine is very effective against Delta variant in adolescents in Israel. The findings published in the New England Journal of Medicine will likely provide further reassurance the shot is effective against the variant among younger people as the US drug watchdog considers authorizing the use of the vaccine on children as young as 5. G20 split over coal 1.5-degree climate limit ahead of Rome summit, says sources. So far, big polluters such as China and India have dug in their heels and little progress has been made since G20 energy and environment ministers met in Naples in July, said 3 sources asking not to be named due to the sensitivity of the talks. China boots private-run Cowin Financial News from the approved media list. Cowin is known for being bolder than most outlets, pushing limits imposed to ensure that news agencies and social media platforms censor politically sensitive or inappropriate topics. The outlet is known for its investigative reporting on corruption and other issues. Green hydrogen to account for 20% of European power demand by 2050, says StatCraft. Green hydrogen is produced by splitting water molecules with a current of renewable electricity in electrolyzers. The gas is touted as a clean replacement for fossil fuels in industries that are otherwise hard to decarbonize. UK borrowing halves in the first half of tax year as Rishi Sunak readies budget. The Office for National Statistics said that public sector borrowing declined to £108.1 billion in the first half of the 2021-22 year, down from £101.2 billion in April-September 2020, but about quadruple its level before the epidemic. US marks 200 million COVID-19 shots shared with the world. The donated doses include more than 120 million in the surplus from the US stockpile of shots, as well as the initial deliveries of the 1 billion doses the Biden administration has purchased from Pfizer for overseas donation by September 2022. Talking about finance, the CBDT has issued refunds to 63.23 lakh taxpayers, totaling Rs 92,961 crore. From April 1 to October 18, the Central Board of Direct Taxes paid refunds totaling Rs 96,961 crore to more than 63.23 taxpayers, according to the Income Tax Department. Under FY22, regulatory forbearance would be used to keep NPAs in check. According to rating firm CRISIL, bank non-performing assets or NPAs are expected to climb to 8 to 9% this fiscal, significantly below the peak of 11.2% reached at the end of fiscal 2018, as stress relief efforts kept stress at bay. Moving on to technology and lifestyle, the US Consumer Financial Protection Bureau will question internet companies about their financial data. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau intends to send the corporations a 55-page information request regarding how they acquire, use, and promote consumer financial data. Changing Facebook's name will not deter lawmaker or regulatory scrutiny, says experts. After a whistleblower leaked hundreds of internal documents, it was shown that when Facebook changed its content algorithm, it contributed to increased division online. Twitter launches first community in India for cricket fans. ET Tech gained access to India's Twitter cricket community, which had 15 members at the time of writing this piece, including Srinath Sripath, the International Olympic Committee's Digital Partnerships Manager. This is Sakshi from Inventiva Studios signing off. Till then, good night and do subscribe to our channel for daily updates.